Episode 12. We completed Hand in the Sand, which grants us an easier method of obtaining buckets of sand. We also needed a little bit of money and grinded out 75 to 80 thieving. In the meantime of thieving to 80, we were doing a bit of herb runs to get our farming to 17. After 17 farming, I went and completed the giant dwarf quest so I could do the forgettable tail for that big old 5k farming XP, bringing us up to 26 farming from 17. I also decided to get the animal magnetism out of the way for the accumulator, very good for range training in the long run. And last but very not least, we obtained not only the granite body from Barbasalt, but as well as the fighter torso. Now we get back to the grind to 60 Slayer, and we also got 60 defense and can now wield the Dragon Defender. Alright, here's what the stats are sitting at the moment. We are almost 60 Slayer, and I actually have a funny little story to tell you guys about the grind, because you guys know we've been on this grind for a Snapdragon, and we knew that Aberrant Spectres, which are unlocked at 60 Slayer, drop those. But I'll tell you that little story here in a second. We got an easy clue coming in. See what we get. Absolute dog shit. What else do you expect? So we're over here on the old RuneScape wiki, and these are the drop tables for the Aberrant Spectres. And as you guys can see right here, the Grimy Snapdragon is a very rare chop rate. And if we head over to the new RuneScape wiki, you guys can see Snapdragon's not there. Kind of an issue. This one's no longer updated. This one is. So we might have to go to the Brimhaven agility course, get 10 tickets, and get our Snapdragon that way, which we could have done forever ago and already had fairy rings unlocked. So we're gonna see exactly how this pans out. Over here at the Brimhaven agility course, we obtained 10 tickets and got the Snapdragon we needed for the Fairy Tale Part 1 quest, fought the boss, and also knocked out Heroes quest along the way. Quick little update, Boy Scouts and potentially Girl Scouts. I'm on a Blue Dragons task at the moment. Got about 138 on the task, 101 to go. Really good for prayer XP. Didn't capture a lot of the levels that I gained recently, mainly because of how boring the gameplay would be. I got up from 54 fletching to 61, heading towards 65 for the U shortbow. I need that in order to complete the Temple of Ikov. Used up a bunch of charges on the upgraded Ibin staff. Oh, my bank pin's on there. Rip. But we used up about 1,000 death runes, and I would say a good bit of charges on the Ibins from a Black Demon task that we got. We got from 63 magic to 66 from that task. We also gained one strength level and 1 HP level since being on this Blue Dragons task. Last but very not least, we've gained a couple of farming levels from doing the Fairy Tale Part 1 quest and also a herb run. Let's finish this Blue Dragons task and see where we're at. My buddy Josh convinced me to do the Easter egg event, which in return grants access to kill the boss. The boss is really easy to kill and drops eggs equivalent to swordfish when eaten. Also, I've been streaming more of the longer levels / tasks on Twitch if you'd like to catch me live. Peep the description to get all my social links. I also got this clip from my live stream. So you're probably wondering why I'm standing over here next to this maple tree. And that reason is we haven't been getting lucky with clue scrolls, and we haven't gotten a U shortbow, which is what we need to complete the Temple of Ikov quest. So we're gonna unfortunately have to fletch them and bowstring them ourselves. From the level that we are at now, which is 61, which isn't too far, but we have been grinding there this whole time behind the scenes. You guys haven't known. But from 61, our current level, to 65, it is going to take, I believe, 1,500 logs from where I'm at. So this is going to be a pretty long grind, boys. I guess I'll see you when I'm done. 2,160 maple longbows later, we reached 65 fletching and made our U shortbow. I then proceeded to complete the Temple of Ikov and a couple of other quests, including Family Crest, X marks the spot, obtaining us our first beginner clue complete, Tower of Life, Watchtower, Mistalin Mystery, the Corsair Curse, all free-to-play quests complete by the way, obtained an easy casket, finished Enlightened Journey and Tears of Guthix, then took advantage of the free XPs and got to 14 Hunter from level 9. We now step foot into a place that I dread, but I need to get something out of the way. Currently we're at 52 mining, we need to get 60 for lunar diplomacy, as well as obtain some ores along the way for smithing. So the motherlode mine grind begins now. And there we have it, 60 mining. That took quite a few hours, but now we are going to be heading on the grind to getting 61 crafting. This is going to take quite a bit of unpowered orbs, 2,784. So I'm over here in Port Phasmatis collecting buckets of sand and the soda ash from this charter ship. I don't necessarily like doing it in Port Khazard only because of how competitive it is there. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it in Port Phasmatis. There's not much competition. Many people don't really come out here, and there's always typically a world. Every single time you hop to it, it's always typically full stock. So that's the only reason why I like Port Phasmatis. And there's all the soda ash and buckets of sand that we need to, I believe, get us up to 61. I said we needed to get around 2,700 of these unpowered orbs. With the XP that we get from making these, we get I think 20 crafting XP from making these. That'll supplement the 700 that we didn't get. So now let's get on that grind. Over here in Relico, we just completed the Fremenic Trials quest, and now we have all of the requirements for lunar diplomacy complete. So we're probably about to head over and continue doing the questing grind. But we did get 261 crafting last night, so that's why I came over and did this quest. So after completing the Fremenic Trials, I was able to come over here and buy the Archer Helm from Skullgrimmen. I was going to buy the Berserker Helm as well, but I decided not to and just wait till I complete the Fremenic Isles to buy the Nezi Helm for melee. So yeah, now we have the best ranging helmet that we can get for right now, which is lit. So a little change of plans. I was planning on going to finish the last subquest for Recipe for Disaster, but I had to grow sweet corn, which takes 50 minutes to grow. So I'm going to finish smithing all my iron bars into iron darts, and then we'll go and finish Recipe for Disaster. And now I believe after we use this Brûlé Supreme on ceramic vase, we have now completed all of the subquests to Recipe for Disaster. And now we get a nice little cutscene, I'm guessing. And there we have it, boys. I believe all we have to do now is finish up a couple more quests, and then we can kill this bastard. All we have to do is get 15 more quest points, and then I believe we will be ready for the final battle. First quest coming in, we finished Death to Dorkshin. Then we hopped over and finished Throne of Miscellanea, unlocking the kingdom. But unfortunately, I didn't have enough cash to throw in there, so we'll have to come back to that. While we're over here, we also finished Royal Trouble for the increased resources in the kingdom. Now I'm working towards getting 56 agility at the Canifis Rooftops for the Regicide quest. I believe Canifis Rooftops are the best for Marks of Grace, so we'll see how many we get from this grind. And there's 56 agility coming in, boys. We have out, I believe, 380k. I know there's only 384 coins in my inventory right now, but that is because I banked before the last time I got off. And I only had to do one more run to get 56 agility. We got up to 52 Marks of Grace, which I believe I want to get to 60 so I can buy the most expensive piece of Graceful, which I believe is either the top or bottoms. So we'll get that out the way, and I might stick doing this until 60 just to get 60 agility out the way and get more Marks of Grace for the Graceful set, because that'll be good in the long run. But yeah, so I might stick out here till 60 agility, and then we'll go get the Regicide quest done, because that is what we got on the agility grind for. And I believe with this jump, we will be 60 agility. And there we go. And also with this alk, we will be 60. Oh, one more alk. We will be 67 magic. and that is the end of the agility grind. That was a very long time. I hated this grind. I very much hate agility. It is a very terrible skill in my opinion. Alright, so we made our way over here to Grace near Birthorpe, and we are going to be buying the legs, which is the most expensive one. We had 167, now we have 107, and then I'm probably going to buy the top, and that leaves us with 52 marks of grace. So now I might buy the hood, and I believe that is the last piece that we could buy for right now, and all we need is the cape, the boots and the gloves to finish off the set, which shouldn't take too long. But yeah, now we're down to 17 marks of grace and probably will not be on the agility grind for a very long time. But now we're looking a little bit more spiffy. So we are heading over to Avon in the Alcarid mine to get our goldsmithing gauntlets, because we are about to do the smithing grind, because we need to get to 59 smithing for the mithril grapple. I can't remember for exactly what. I believe it's for a quest, but I cannot honestly remember. So we're gonna get our goldsmithing gauntlets, and I believe we have about 500, almost 600 gold ore in the bank. So I wonder what that'll get us to, but yeah, we're gonna grab these gauntlets real quick. So I've debated on doing either the blast furnace or just doing them on a regular furnace. So I kind of want to just do a little bit of AFK and not really use up money on smithing too much. So I'm just gonna AFK these at the Edgeville furnace for a little while, and then if I feel like it's taking a little bit too long or I'm just not satisfied, I will probably head over to blast furnace and do that, because I have a little bit of money. I have about 400k, but I am trying to save as much money as I can so I can put money into the kingdom as soon as possible, so I can work on getting my herb lore up, because I still have to get 45 herb lore to finish the hard clue, because we did almost finish it. I think we're on our last step, and we need to finish Fairy Tale Part 2 to talk to the Fairy Queen to give us the puzzle, and yeah, we need 45 herb lore to do that. Alright boys, so I was doing the mining grind after I've smithed all my gold ores from the smithing grind, and I'm now doing some mining to get iron ore, and I got a clue bottle or whatever you get from mining. So let's open up this medium reward casket. Not too bad. 21k, 11 laws, I'll take it. That's going to wrap this episode up. I really hope you guys are enjoying the series, and my apologies for the episode taking so long to get put out. I'm kind of getting to the stage of the game where it takes a lot of hours to just get a couple of levels. Expect a ton of grindage in the next episode. I really want to get those bee gloves, and if you've made it this far, please drop a rating on the video and subscribe, as well as hitting that bell to be notified on every video I release.